Well, g'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's little job on the bench is a clock. Now, I've done clocks before, probably none like this one. It's sort of a bit electronic. Apparently, the fault is it doesn't go and it doesn't chime anymore like it used to. So I did have a tip-off that she may have left the batteries in it. Okay, so that's, yeah, just a little bit of a tip there. There we go. Pretty nice looking clock. Now, this was a 50th birthday present, so it's sentimental value with this one. I've never seen anything like this. Obviously, we've got a little fella down here that wants to move around. And we've got a push button down there. Okay, so this is just, well, it says it's a Techo, so it's probably pretty good gear. As you can see, that little fella moves around. Now, the back of it. Made in Thailand. And we've got, well, what have we got on there? Minimum, maximum. This is for volume for the chimes. And the chimes on off. A speaker. And, well, there's chimes down here. There's start and stop for the chimes or something along those lines. In here, what's this? Batteries, I guess. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll bring you in closer. I think you just deserve a closer look at what we've got to do, what the job is ahead of us. Pretty straightforward. I think you never say that with fixing things. Yeah, us techos know that. So I'm looking at the whole thing. The back will have to come off, so there's a few screws around the place. No big drama. As far as we know, let's have a look. I'm sure you can spot where the problem is. And yeah, the batteries would have been left in there quite some time, I'd reckon. Now, this side, there's a couple of batteries, and well, they're fairly corroded in the back of them there too. So both the holders will have to come out. We'll fit new holders in there. And I just thought you might like something different. If you've got one of these, you probably haven't. But yeah, I just thought you might like to come along for the ride on this one. It's a very interesting looking project. Now, this one, obviously, screw after screw after screw, and seeing you guys love seeing screws come out. Yeah, that one's not going to come out. Yeah, there's a few of them. Probably going to stay in there. There's one out. None up there, I don't think. Nope. One over here. Okay. One in here. It's marvellous what comes in through this workshop door. We fixed lots of things. Okay, there's one here, down the bottom. And that should be it, I think. I don't think there's any more. Yep, that looks like it. And something holding up the top here. Did I undo that one? No, I didn't. I missed that one. Right. Here we go. And what I've got there, speaker. We don't need him on at the moment. So there we go, guys. Pretty straightforward type of mechanism. Little motor, a little motor job down the bottom here with the our little rain indicators, and yeah, all looks pretty straightforward. But as you can see, there's been a bit of corrosion happening, and I'm not touching this because, believe it or not, this is still wet, and it's still wet in here, so we've got to get rid of these things. Easy enough, 2 screws either side, and we'll just fit new holders. These are C batteries, so there we go. That's what's in it. Now I'll take you guys away a bit. You can't quite see everything there. Okay, so let's do the easy side first and see what's what with it. Now, first of all, I'm going to pause the video, take some pictures of which wire goes where, what coloured wire goes where, and I'll be straight back, and then we'll see what's going on. I also see one of those type of cells in the clock movement. Now, if you guys are familiar with these, you know what happens down the track, something like this. Okay, so just be careful. If you change them regularly, there's not a problem. Okay, let's get into it. And if you're doing one of these, make sure you take plenty of photos of where the cables go. Makes it a lot easier to put together. Okay, because you won't find a circuit diagram or anything on these. But then again, who does these up anymore? I suppose no one worries about them. Oh boy, this one's very, very corroded. We might be able to get this one out. Yeah. Okay. I've got to get a pair of cutters onto this fella, I think. This is not shaping up the best, this one. Oh, I can't get the cutters on him. Believe me, this sounds a lot worse than actually what it is. It's just me cutters slipping off the screw. Trying to get it to turn. He's tight right to the end. Fair bit of corrosion in there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Might have to get a little bit more foam here. So we've taken a picture of that fella. Now, I'll just sit that one there, like that. And then we take a picture just like that. Just so he's... we've got a photo record of what goes where. Okay. That one there comes off. Okay, this one off here. There we go. Now the screw wasn't real good, and there's that battery holder. As you can see, not real good. Now it looks like it's a 3-volt setup. Well, hang on. It's not really. This one is crossed, the other one's crossed. That's 3 volts. This one's paralleled. Positive, positive, and the positives are joined together. So the positive and to here is paralleled, right? And this one is negative over to positive. So your output is there and there. So you've got 3 volts, and this one parallel 4.5. Okay, I'll find another couple of these and work out how we're going to put them in and clean this up, and I'll be back. Rightio, we've done our cleaning up in this corner here where there was acid just everywhere. Okay, so now it's time to fit our battery holders, and then we're going to check the chimes out as well. So I definitely think that the battery holders, which are ones like that, had something to do with it not chiming, I would say. But we never know. There could be something wrong in this little department down the bottom here. Anyway, we'll fit our battery holders in. I don't quite know how we're going to mount them yet. Hopefully they're a similar setup to what these are. Okay, now the next problem with this little fella. These are fairly hard, actually. They almost feel like Bakelite. Anyway, we haven't got any of these. These are C batteries, and I've got to change the springs and clean up the other ends. Now, with the second one that's corroded badly, I think the ends will clean up okay. Well, they will, but our springs are missing. So what we're looking at doing is raiding some springs out of this. These are riveted in, but I'm sure we can put a little bolt and nut on there in the centre of, when I take this out, in the centre, and replace it in here. So it'll make it easier to solder to, because we'll put a solder tag on the outside like this one, and put it on each one actually, so it's easy to solder to. I'm pretty sure we can resurrect the positive ends. Okay, so I've got to drill some of these little springs out. Okay, there's one there, but these, yeah, I need the one with the little centerpiece. Okay, yeah, anyway, I'll work out what I'm going to do here and get back to you very shortly. I don't quite know what it's going to be yet. I know that's one of them. Right, guys, well, seeing we can't get these anymore, and as I've said, we'll just redo these ones. They've come up pretty well, actually. All this is cleaned up, and the connectors, the positive connectors are cleaned up. So I've put the springs back in. Everything's fine to go with that one. With this one, well, there's the springs. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with that one. No, we've got some other springs to put in there. So the other end was corroded a little bit. We've cleaned it all up. I've dipped this thing in vinegar and water, and it's cleaned up the rust pretty well. I've given it a brush up, a bit of a polish, and they will be fine for the positive terminals. So these ones are pretty easy. They slip in the end, and you just push them down, and that's it. And you bend the tab over, and then you can solder to it. So this is what I'm finding out as I go along. I didn't know this. You're with me on this one. And now I've got to put 2 springs on this end. So I have the springs here. There's one here that's quite easy to fit, and we'll probably use that tab again as a solder point. And well, the other ones, yeah, we're going to have to bend them into shape and make a centre connector the same as one of these. Okay, because I don't want to wreck another whole tray just for the sake of getting that one. I'm sure we can make one of these work. So I'm going to go and, well, I probably won't even have to drill them out. I'll just cut them off there with these and drill this one out. He will go straight in. And yeah, they're not quite the same size, but they'll do the same thing.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by go straight in. Can you please provide more context? For example, are you looking for directions to a specific place? Or are you trying to play a video?
Guys, that's my phone. Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave that in the video. Yeah, I don't know quite what he cottoned onto there with going straight in, but I'll leave that one in. That's a classic. All right, I'll do this, and I'll come back and show you what I did. And guys, there's the second one. I've put a little screw through the end of the springs, bent them into shape, and yeah, they contact okay. So I hope all that'll work okay. So now we've got a bridge between this one across here to this one, and those connections are for the pack on this side. Okay, so with the tabs, I'm just bending them over so I can get at them easily, and yeah, we'll put the wire in now, and then, well, she's ready to put back together. Okay, we can now mount up our boxes. Got one mounted, and screw him on. Then we've got the white wire there, connects up to the positive, and strangely enough, the red on this side connects to the negative of the springs. It's just the way it is. That's the way it come out, which seems a bit odd, unless someone's been in here before me, but I doubt that very, very much. Okay, now I'm certain that is how it's wired up. I'm just double checking, and yes, it is. White wire to the positive. Okay, and our red wire around here to the negatives that are strapped together. Okay, that's him. That's well, hopefully, I think that's all there is to it. Now I'm going to double check the wiring, especially on this. I'm going to have a look through the video and make sure, but it just seems strange that the red wire is the negative side. But according to my little photographs, that's how it was. So white wire to the positives up here, which is those two, and the red wire up here to the negatives. Okay, I'll just make sure before I put any batteries in this. But she's pretty well ready for batteries and testing it out. And they come up quite good, actually. Very happy with it. Okay, guys, now I've been and got some batteries. So for the clock, a brand new, we're putting a Vata battery in that one. And because the customer, well, they bought Duracells last time, so that's what's going in here. Let's put some batteries in this thing and see what happens. See if it makes a noise. My springs seem to be working okay there, I think. Unless this one, oh, he's all good. There we go. Right. Now, we've got an on-off switch here. What does it do? Okay, press a button. And this all turns. What I'm going to do here is close the door to my workshop so that you guys can see a little bit more on there. Now, I've got no idea what's supposed to happen here. There's a motor in here that's going around, that's obviously turning it off. Okay, let's turn him back on. And turn that again. And is it supposed to hit a switch? Is this a switch here? No, that's a daylight sensor. That senses whether it's dark or light. Okay, turn him off again. Okay, what plugs in here? The speaker. Oh, okay. So the speaker plugs into this. Well, okay, we can turn that off. Okay, let's get the back of this thing, get the speaker, and see if we've got chimes. Let's have a little bit more of a look at it. Now, here we've got volume, minimum, maximum, on, off, start, stop on our little twirly bits at the bottom. It's on start. Don't know what else it's supposed to do. Anyway, we'll work this out. I've just got to get this speaker. There we go. Speaker's plugged in. Now I'm going to sit the back on there for the moment. There we go. Okay, volume, we're, well, halfway up. Let's see what happens when we turn it on. And what happens if we go past the hour. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. It's a pretty fancy clock. I hope I don't get hit with copyright on this one. I might have to just keep talking while this is doing its thing. I think I'll be pretty right, but you never know. Okay, we're just coming up to hopefully the last bit of that. Yes, it stops. This fella's going. Guys, I think we fixed it. Okay, let's put some screws in. There are some screws still in this thing, and I did borrow one for the other battery case over this side. So, okay, it all seems to be working. I'll turn it off for the moment. Let's see here. Okay, get some screws in, get the back on, and give it back to the customer. I'm sure they'll be very, very happy with this. Okay, we'll wrap this video up. So much for the clock. It says it's 5:05, and you know what that time is for me. Anyway, okay, it's time for a wine. So we'll just go and slip past that little switch again, and is he turned on? He's on. There we go. Now, we've got a few... okay. So, each time we go around with the clock on the hour, we get a different tune. That's pretty classy, isn't it? Yeah. And we'll go another one. Oh, gee. Yeah. This beats fixing radios. And 9 o'clock gives us the Carpenters again. And we got the Carpenters again. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've got mostly the Carpenters. Yeah, okay. Righto, Baz, turn it off. I think you've heard enough. Guys, if you like this video on replacing battery holders, more so than fixing a clock, I hope it helped. If you ever get any old radios, the cheap stuff that you're throwing out these days, like our battery holders that we had, take the, if you ever want to, well, fix things up that are corroded, which I do, take the springs out of them. Before you throw it away. Very handy, because you can always get these springs in somehow on an old unit that's been, discarded or corroded itself. Okay, until next time, give us a like if you really like the clock, and please remember to subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified, because there's another video coming up very, very shortly. Okay, bye for now.